you've been through, why you got scars. Since you walked through the door, I've been trying to reach you, 'cause I feel you. What's the story to tell? What's the story behind the mountain you're trying to climb? Think I've heard it before.
Welcome back to the channel, or if you are brand new here and this is the very first time you ever see me, what's up? I am Jen. I share all things health and wellness here on the channel. Anything I do to level up my own life, I share with you guys in hopes to inspire and motivate you to do the same. So if that sounds like your jam, make sure to subscribe before we jump into today's video. All right, beauties, we have another meal prep video coming at you. This one is a little bit different because I did a recipe roundup, kind of like I did some weeks back with a what's for dinner video. Went back over the last like 6 months or a year to some yummy recipes I wanted to share or reshare with you guys. And I did the same thing with this meal prep video. I went back over the last however many meal prep videos and found some of my favorite go-to low calorie, high protein breakfast items and lunch items. I did a few of each, and that way I'd have them in one spot to share with you guys. I know so many people are always asking about meal prep ideas for breakfast and for lunch, low calorie, high protein, because meal prep is life, right? It just helps us to be efficient and effective at hitting our macro targets, hitting our goals, and it's just a huge time saver and sanity saver through the week, right? So it checks all the boxes, so it's a win-win. Can't recommend it enough. Without a ton of gabbing, let's go ahead and jump into the video. First up, for my most favorite items to meal prep that are low calorie, high protein, quick, easy, delicious, whole foods, and just awesomeness. If you guys have been around for a hot minute, you knew this was going to be in the lineup. Egg bites, they are one of my favorite go-tos for prepping for breakfast, and they only have a few ingredients and they come together really easy. This is the combo that I love, but these are super versatile, and you literally can just take the base, which is your eggs, egg whites, seasonings, and throw whatever kind of veggie or meat into them that you want to. I just like this combo because it has the best macros, it tastes absolutely delicious, and I have just got it down to a science. So we start with 3 whole eggs, that way we get the healthy fats in there, some of the yolk in there for flavor, and then we just up the protein but cut the calories some by filling the rest with liquid egg whites. You can use whatever kind you have. I like the Members Mark brand here. And then my favorite turkey sausage, the all natural Good and Gather. It's 90 calories a serving and 11 grams protein, clean ingredients, and absolutely delicious and very budget friendly. It's only a few bucks at Target. This one was actually on sale, so it was only $2 for this roll. Absolutely love having this on hand. And then I throw fresh spinach in there. I put the spinach in the freezer. Once it freezes, I just crumble it up in my hand in the bag, so that way you know what a pain chopping spinach is. So that's a little pro tip hack for you there. Absolutely love doing that. And I just add a ton of spinach in here. And the seasonings that I add that I absolutely love are Kinder seasonings, buttery steakhouse, and hickory molasses. This combo is awesome together, especially with the turkey and spinach. It just goes bomb. And then I add some of the Badia chopped onion flakes. You could use regular onions if you want to. For ease, convenience, and macros, I just throw those in there. I absolutely love it. So we'll go ahead and start by browning the sausage first. I've got the sausage in the pan. I'm just starting to break it up. I sprayed just a quick little spray of the avocado oil in there. And now as I start cooking this down, I'm going to add all 3 of the seasonings. Let that brown up really good. Then we'll add the spinach. And these beauties are out of the oven and looking and smelling delicious. And I have all of these just cooling on the cooling rack. I'll pop them in the to-go container, and I'll pop the macros up now. Is one of my super easy go-to breakfasts. If you guys have followed for any amount of time, then you know that I absolutely love just to have meal prep an easy breakfast sandwich, have it ready to rock and roll, throw in the air fryer the morning of, maybe, or in the microwave, zap it for like a minute or so, and you're good to go. I just talked about this in my most recent protein video for breakfast ideas, so if you didn't watch that, go check it out. Getting ample amount of protein for your first meal of the day is crucial. So we are going in today with some of the Everything Bagel Thins. These are 110 calories a piece and 4 grams protein. I have 5 left, so that's what I'm making up. I need to go ahead and use these up. I am going to be adding 1 turkey sausage. I am using the Great Value. Absolutely love these. They're fully cooked, so I just popped them in the air fryer just for a minute. So
so that I'm not putting them on the sandwich frozen. And then of course I'm going to reheat them on the morning of. I did the same thing with the Canadian bacon. This is what I'm using here. It's 20 calories a slice, and I am putting 2 slices on each sandwich. And then I'm going to be doing some egg whites mixed with some of this Velveeta Shreds Mexican style cheese. I had it on hand and I wanted to go ahead and use some up, so I'll be throwing about 10 grams into my egg whites. And then I will also be spreading a Laughing Cow cheese. This is the aged white cheddar. The creamy bacon is really good. Garlic and herb is probably my #1 go-to, but I'm throwing the aged white cheddar on there today. And then mixed in with the liquid egg whites, I'm going to be using some of this caramelized onion burger, just because, hello, why not? That sounds delicious, and we'll throw it in here just to spice it up a bit. But these could not be easier. Like I said, the meat's already fully cooked, so I just threw those in the air fryer a couple minutes. I'm just going to make up the eggs really quick, assemble the sandwiches, wrap them individually. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. I'm almost done whipping up the eggs for these, and I absolutely love this pan that I got off Amazon. I have it linked in my Amazon store down below. It has 2 little heart shapes and 2 circle shapes, but it just makes it like the perfect size to cook and then throw on a sandwich. I did overcook these just a bit because I got sidetracked trying to do other things, but I just keep it on low. I mix the cheese, the seasoning, and the liquid egg whites together, throw them in there. I did spray this with avocado oil, just a real light spray before I started. And then I always just take a lid and plop it on there and let them cook for a couple minutes, and then we'll assemble them up. You guys, these are so easy to throw together and so delicious. If you are struggling to hit your protein macro, you definitely need to find something that you absolutely love, that's easy to throw together, and that you can prep ahead of time. And then there's no excuse why you are not hitting your macros every single day. We're gonna jump into some overnight oats. If you guys have followed for a while, you know that's like my jam. It's super quick to throw together, and it's incredibly easy to grab and go in the morning times, ready to rock and roll. Get some protein in, have an easy breakfast that's already made, and you don't have to have any muss or fuss in the kitchen cooking or any of that. So I'm gonna be making 2 different flavors. So for both of them, I will be using the Bob's Red Mill old-fashioned rolled oats. I just keep them in this container because it's super easy. And I'm also gonna be using this Members Mark unsweetened vanilla almond milk in both of them. And then for this one, I am doing the vanilla ice cream level 1 protein powder with some frozen blueberries. This is a great value brand that I got from Walmart. And then I'm also going to be using 1 entire container of the Chobani Zero Sugar Blueberry Yogurt for each of the overnight oats. And then for the second flavor, I'm going to be using the strawberry milkshake level 1 protein powder. And for this one, I really would have rather had just the plain strawberry Chobani yogurt, but I only had mixed berry in the fridge, and I'm just using what I have. So I'm going to throw that in there, and it's going to be awesome. And I've shown how I make these up in like a million meal prep videos, but I'll just go over it real quick in case you're brand new. I just have some mason jars here. I have 2 different kinds. I'm going to do 2 flavors in one and 2 in the other, however you want to do them, or whatever you want to throw them in that you have that works. I weigh up the oats first in all of them, and then I'll weigh up the almond milk protein powder, just throw it in each one, and then mix them up, and we're good to go.
Leaving this place, the sun's about to break. You're riding shotgun, the feeling we chased. I'm wide awake, take me away now. Don't you blame me? Yeah, this feeling I've got's making me crazy, making me crazy. So I'm just gonna drive.
Next Next up, we are throwing together a super easy lunch. We are going to be making turkey pizza bowls. It's going to require just a few minimal ingredients that you see here, and then a couple things that I'm going to use as toppings, which are optional, which I will show you later. But I have frozen cauliflower here that I'm just going to zap in the microwave really quick. I have some Applegate Naturals uncured turkey pepperoni that I get from Target. Actually, I believe it's the Hormel brand turkey pepperoni from Walmart. Has a little bit better macros, but they were out. But these have way better ingredients, so whatever's more important to you, either option will work perfectly. For sauce, I'm going to be going in with some of this Rao's homemade pizza sauce. Macros are legit: 40 calories a serving, 3 grams fat, 2 net carbs, and less than 1 gram protein. And then for extra protein on top, I'm going to be browning up some of this 93% lean ground turkey, and we're going to be throwing that on top. So all in all, this should take about 10 minutes or so to get everything prepped and ready in the bowls. So we're going to go ahead and brown our meat up first and throw these babies in the microwave. So I'm keeping the ground turkey super basic. I hit the bottom of the pan with some of this avocado oil spray here, and then I am just going to add some chopped onion flakes as well as the Kinder's Buttery Steakhouse, just a little bit to season it up, and then I'll show you how we throw the bowls together. So the brown turkey is done, as well as the cauliflower, and I just drained it and put it in this bowl and just kind of gave it a rough chop just so it wasn't like big chunks of cauliflower. You definitely could use like pre-riced cauliflower, fresh or frozen, whatever floats your boat. I just already had this on hand, so I figured it was easy me to use it up. So I have everything laid out here. I have my food scale and my containers, and I'm just going to go down the line and add everything in there. I have the recipe that I already created in my food tracking app, which for any of my newbies is the Phorm app. So I already created a recipe here, and I'm just going to follow the measurements and throw everything in.
Would you stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy, or would you stay with me now till the morning?
Okay, so after I made the first one, I decided to go ahead and just pre-weigh out the cheese on the lids of the containers. That way I could do half of the cheese on the cauliflower and meat, and then I could add the sauce. I already have my pepperonis. I'm doing 10 slices of pepperoni per container. And then I could just put the rest of the cheese right on top. And I'm doing 1/4 cup, which is 60 grams of the sauce. Just hit the top with some parsley. Voila. Less than 15 minutes, and all of this week's lunches are ready to rock and roll. Next up is my Philly cheesesteak mixture. I have about 35 ounces here of the 93% lean ground beef. To it, I've added a couple bell peppers, some onion, and then I'm also going to throw in some of this Worcestershire sauce. I've added some of this Buttery Steakhouse Kinder seasoning. You could add some of the complete seasoning or just salt, pepper, garlic. Season it till your heart's content with whatever you love. Minced garlic, I was out, my sister-in-law had to give me some in this little Ziploc bag. And then I use the Laughing Cow cheese. I normally do about 7 wedges. You can use whatever flavor you want. I like the garlic and this creamy Asiago. I'm using a mixture of both of them today. I threw all the cheese wedges in there, threw some of the Worcestershire sauce on top. I've turned the heat down. Now I'm just going to mix this through and let the cheese melt, get nice and creamy, and then we'll throw it in the meal prep container. It's all ready to rock and roll. Seriously, one of the easiest things to meal prep. You just make up the Philly cheesesteak, and then you could pair it with whatever you like. I have it with just some white rice here that I made. I just make up the minute rice, so it's super easy and only takes a couple minutes. Then threw some corn in there, and I still have some meat mixture left over, and this stuff just gets better the next day, so it makes an awesome meal prep item. And I'll pop the macros up. So we have all of our veggies washed and cut and ready to rock and roll. Now we are going to make up lunch. I am making a buffalo ranch chicken salad. I haven't made this before, but it sounds delicious. I am using some of the Members Mark chicken breast. I've shown you guys this before. It has 19 grams protein and 90 calories per serving, which is 3 ounces. I am using 2 cans. I'm going to make a bunch of this, and then I'll be adding to it some light mayo, some Kinder's ranch seasoning, as well as some Kinder's buffalo seasoning. If you guys follow the grocery hauls or the vlogs, you guys know I'm obsessed with the Kinder seasoning. I got these from Sam's. Absolutely delicious. Love this ranch. I've already used it a bunch of times. This is the first time I'll be using the buffalo with real blue cheese, which sounds phenomenal. And I'm going to be mixing it with some 0% Fage Greek yogurt just to up the protein and not use as much mayonnaise. And then I'm going to be adding some chopped celery. I just had a little bit left, so I'm going to use the rest of that. And then salt, pepper, and celery seed. Going to go ahead and get this all mixed up. Okay, so I first mixed up the Greek yogurt, the mayonnaise, and the seasonings all together. I decided to add some dill relish, so I threw in a couple tablespoons of that, added the celery. I did about 3/4 of a teaspoon of the celery seed, added some salt and pepper. Buffalo and ranch seasonings, I did about 10 grams of each. That's personal preference. Season till your heart's content. I don't normally even measure seasonings, but I did just to let you guys know. Just add a little bit at a time and taste it along the way until it is to your liking. And then I also have my recipe here, and I just adjust it as needed. I always pre-make these recipes up in my food tracking app, which is the Phorm app if you are new, and I will insert this screenshot at the end of this. I always try to include these screenshots. I know I have people ask where the measurements are. I don't type them out below, but I do insert these screenshots for the measurements that I use. And of course, if you change your ingredients, make sure that you adjust that in your own food tracking app. But I'm going to add the chicken and get this all mixed up. Okay, so I ended up adding another can of the chicken. So I used 3 cans, of course, drained, and ended up being 21.5 ounces. And it's like absolutely perfect with the amount of sauce that I made. So now I'm going to go ahead and weigh these up in the individual containers. This week's meal prep is going to be absolutely delicious.
All right, guys, so that'll do it for this meal prep video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, some of these might have been a reminder, a refresher to some, or brand new to others. Either way, they're delicious. I hope you guys make them. Make sure to let us know down in the comments all your favorite meal prep, breakfast, and lunch ideas. That way we can all keep it fun and spicy in the kitchen, help us truck towards our goals, and make our life a little easier through the week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Share it with anybody else you think it may be helpful to. And the more engaged you guys are with these videos, the more that it helps the YouTube algorithm, because that's completely crazy. And it helps me to keep these videos coming to you guys. So I appreciate it more than you know. I hope you guys are having a killer day out there. I hope you're meal prepping. I hope you're hitting your goals. I hope you're crushing it at life. And I hope you're subscribed so you don't miss out on any of the videos that I post here on the channel. And I will catch y'all in Thursday's video.